Sí que estaba bien.
For that,
I can't hear.
I heard a little.
Espérate. No sé. Yeah.
I heard you. Quick question. Has the meeting started?
Hey guys, just give us a second. We'll be starting shortly. All right, it has not started yet because we're still waiting for quorum. Yeah, we're still waiting for quorum, and it has not started yet. Okay.
You guys can keep your mic mute in the meantime, so we will let you know if we started.
I told her.
This is the one. Oh, there they are. They're coming here. Is that them? No. I thought it was them coming here. Gwen. So one of them has got to bed.
Hello, everyone. We're going to start shortly. I'm just briefing up some new members about how we're going to proceed with the meeting. Just give me a couple of minutes. Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
We gotta unmute all.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I would like to welcome you all to this licensing committee for CB12. My name is Isidro Medina. I'm the chair of this licensing committee. I hope that everyone had a safe and happy summer, and that we're here to hopefully approve all resolutions that come before the committee if they meet the criteria. There are a couple of issues that I need to cover, but first I'd like to see if Soraya is present. Is
Yes,
Soraya?
I am. Good
Soraya,
afternoon, I'm here.
how are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
If you're so kind, please share with those that do not speak English, and please let them know that we're going through the courtesy of saying hi to everyone and that the meeting has started with quorum.
Sure. Buenas tardes, soy Soraya, la traductora. Para los que necesiten traducción, por favor levanten la mano cuando les toque su turno para asistirlos. Y también la sesión está abierta, la reunión está abierta con quórum. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Soraya.
You're welcome.
At this point, for all the applicants, just to let you know that we have new members. I'm really happy with the quality of the new members, the experience and all of that. I think they're going to bring positive returns in sense of experience and knowledge of our community. So as usually, I would like, first of all, before anything, that we introduce ourselves. We already know I'm the chair of this licensing committee. I would now like to start from extreme left and go across, and then I'll go into those that are joining us virtually.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Good evening, everyone. My name is Leo Jimenez. I am a member of this committee for about 5 years, the Chair of Traffic and Transportation, and we look forward to hearing you guys.
Thank you, Leo.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joel Abreu. I am a member of this committee for about 4 years now. I am the chair of business development, and I look forward to hearing all the applicants tonight.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Hector Bonilla. I'm newly appointed to the licensing committee. This is my second term here, and I've also worked with the NYPD doing quality of life. Throughout the alley of the SLA.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Jonathan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jonathan Formita. I'm new. So, well, I've been around the community board for around 8 years, but for first time here in the license committee. So, willing to serve you guys.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Hi,
Carl.
so Carl Unebu, member of this committee. I also serve on the Business Development Committee, and I've been on the board for more than 2 years, and happy to be part of the meeting tonight.
Thank you so much, Carl. And I see that we have Anthony Viola online. Anthony, if you're so kind, please introduce yourself.
Certainly. Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Viola. I serve as the board secretary. I've been part of Community Board 12 since January of 23. Since then, part of this committee. I apologize I couldn't be in person with you all, but I am excited for this meeting and ready to get started for the year.
How was your summer, Anthony?
Very, very good. Thank you.
Committee members, your summer, how was your summer?
Good.
Are you guys set?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, let's first go over some house chores. Please know that we're going to go one application at a time, and we're going to make a recommendation to the board so the board can recommend to SLA. And on that note, I will need someone to write up the minutes. I will take care of the resolutions. So Joel's going to do the minutes. You have the templates, right?
I do. I'll give you a roll call too, Chair.
Yeah, please, that will help a lot. So please proceed with the agenda, and also you guys can share this in case we have like any substantive question.
Okay.
And committee members, again, we're going to proceed with each applicant. We do not ask questions to any merchant until we meet as a committee. So first, this is the applicant will come. They're going to expose what they want, what they're coming here for. PV will have an opportunity to say what if there are any specific issues. After that, we're going to have residents If they have questions, concerns about a particular applicant, they're going to bring it up. Once that session is finished, then we all meet and speak and ask questions. The reason why we do that is we feel that speed up the process.
Okay.
We don't want to ask, like, how long you be there, because that's the question that I usually ask. And what is the problem here? If that can be answered later on. So the idea is to speed up the process and be as consistent and as good as we can. And again, you can ask questions while we are in committee session. And after that, we're going to proceed to a vote. How's the vote conducted, right? We're going to vote as ranking members, meaning that the chair will vote first, the vice chair will vote second. Simari is the vice chair, then Robin, then I have Joel, Leo, then it's I believe it's Anthony, and then it's Carl, then it's Jonathan, then it's Hector. Okay. And again, if you have new members coming in, you guys will not be at a very ranking order. So you'll be at the highest ranking order. On that note, are there any questions? How are we going to proceed? Just a quick note, every now and then we have people from the community and all agencies that we ask them to come in to see if they can provide some services, information, events that community can benefit from. So we'll give them like 3 minutes and we'll let them speak, then we'll proceed with the meeting. And on that note, I'm going to ask Willie Polanco that has some announcements for something that is really good, I think, for our kids. Again, the reason why we want to engage our restaurants as an industry, it's because not only because they're going to make a living out of it, but because of the number of employees that they hire, usually from the community. So anytime that we open up a restaurant, the hope is that they're going to hire people in the community, thus keeping unemployment level a little bit checked. And again, when you think about the mothers and single parents that we have in this industry, it's huge. So the fact that we have this industry that is well known helps us in a lot of different ways, in some societal problems that we have. But at this point, I'm going to recognize Willie for a couple of minutes. If you're so kind, please come to the front.
I guess I can still say, how you guys doing? My name is Willie Polanco. I'm a part of the Sector D, like the police call it like that. I'm a part of the community, specific of the nightlife. So any situation around the nightlife, the police department always talk to me when we have our performance life, when we have artists coming to the venues in the area. That's covered from 218 to 207, that area. So everything happening in the nightlife, I'm gonna be around there. So today I come for two. One is activity that we're gonna have next week on Tuesday. We have I come in behavior for Maracas Restaurant Lounge.
Isidro, the audio cut off for us on Zoom. There we go.
Willie, start again and you got like 3 minutes.
Okay. Short as I'm coming to let you know, guys, to the community that we're gonna have the back to school next week on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. We're looking for 300 students from our community. They still need supply to go back to school. We're gonna have tickets in different positions. We're gonna have a ticket in the 34 Christians. We're gonna have tickets with Manny de la Rosa, and we're gonna have tickets on Carmen de la Rosa's office. It's gonna start available on Friday. So if you guys know any organization, they're looking to continue helping the community, and they know like after school or any another program that they know children still need more supplies, they are welcome to come to our venue. So again, it's gonna be Tuesday at 4 p.m. Tickets gonna be available in Carmen de la Rosa's office, Manny de los Santos, and the 34 Christians. And my last matter is, we see that in our area, it's gonna be a new liquor license permit. The matter is the 116. If you guys can go to that, look here real quick. it comes to my attention, the owner or that,
Let's leave that when we
or that
have,
other one?
yes.
Okay, so thank you, and I'll see you in a few minutes again.
What was your location, the address?
The address is 3790 10th Avenue. That's the restaurant is like a rooftop.
Okay, Maracas, okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So I'm just texting the 34 precinct the link because they tried from the office twice and didn't go through.
Chair, do we have the 33rd on the line? I don't think I see them, but
Couldn't see it either. All right. So let's start with the process of calling the agenda. If you're so kind, George, please.
All right, thank you so much, Chair. So this is on cue renewal on-premise liquor license. So we have first, do we have a representative of FAR Bar and Grill Corp, DBA Caramelo Bar and Kitchens, located on 141 Nagle Avenue, store number 1. Do we have a representative present?
Hi, everyone. Aurelia Tavares, representative for FAR
Yeah, you have-
Caramelo. Yeah, I'm sorry, we can hear an echo here. Can I go next? While I resolve it, I have to do, it's a computer thing here.
You sound fine now. You want to continue?
Can you hear me? I can't hear you now. Can you give me 2 seconds?
Yeah, okay.
Call me next.
So if you have two devices at the same time, try to mute one of them.
Thank you.
So Aurelia, you're on for agenda item number 1. Aurelia, you are on for agenda item number 1.
So she said that to call her next, pass her and then come back or something.
Let's we'll put on hold.
Put on hold. Okay.
Let's proceed to the next one.
All right, agenda item number 2, renewal on-premise liquor license for Floridita Restaurant Upton, Inc., located on 4162 Broadway between West 176th Street and West.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yes, we can hear you, but we've moved on to the next agenda item. You'll be next.
I can't hear them. I can't hear them. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, now okay. My name's Aurelia Tavares. I'm the representative for Floridita.
Excuse
Aurelia.
me.
Just give me 1 second. We are into agenda item number 2. Are you the owner or representative of this establishment?
I'm the representative of this establishment.
Very well, let me just speak and then you can say whatever you want. So this is a renewal application. The application is complete. The last time that they were inspected, they received an A. Back in September 27, 2022, there was an objection to this application because guys, please, I highly recommend that you please put your devices on mute. If you're not an applicant, please mute yourselves. Please. I'll take 2 minutes just when you guys decide to do that.
Do you want me to speak?
We're holding off on 2 minutes because I cannot be going back and forth when you guys cannot follow simple instruction. We'll be back in 1 minute.
I see, okay.
All right, guys, we're back. So please submit your phones. So Aurelia, you are on for agenda item number 2. Again, this is a renewal. The last time that your place was inspected, you received an A. Back in September 27, 2022, this application was rejected because the applicant did not show up and or with a representative. However, they have completed a complete application. And at this point, Aurelia, if you have anything to tell us, let us know. If not, we're going to move to the 34th precinct to see if they have any issues.
I have nothing to add, Mr. Medina.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You see the, Aurelia, just to verify, you are representing Floridita, not the first.
Correct. The first is, when you go back to the first, I'll go back to it. I'm the first one as well.
Okay.
Thank you for that clarification.
Very well. And as I said earlier, we're going to ask the applicant for 2 steps. And those steps, Aurelia is one for a good neighbor sign, which you know very well, and also for a phone number to be displayed at the mentions establishment. Aurelia, 2 steps.
I'm writing this down. We'll comply, Mr. Medina.
Thank you so much. So it's 2 steps in place for a renewal for this applicant. Let's move to the voting process. I vote yes.
Yeah, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes,
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
All right, that's 7 votes in affirmative. This application passes.
Thank you so much, Aurelia. Congratulations, regards to our folks at Floridita, and we wish them all the best of luck. Thank you so much. Let's move to the next one. Before we move to the next one, Anthony, I believe comes before Carl.
actually, I come before him.
Yeah,
You come before
Yeah.
Anthony.
Where's the business?
I apologize.
yeah. Yes, yeah.
Me and Carl got on the same time.
No, of the committee.
Okay.
It's either a quick question, but not a question. We need to reach out to the 33rd precinct. This is the 3rd meeting and they don't attend.
So let's make a,
They're very busy. You know, there's a lot going on.
let's ask.
Especially for at least the new licenses, the renewals.
So they are not here today?
They're not here.
Unfortunately.
And the 34th is having problems. Jonathan, let's unmute.
Just send it out.
Yeah, I wish they would.
What did they say
finish the
about
work because, they kind
Yeah,
of undermine our work here.
Yeah.
Guys, give us a minute. We need to call the 34th precinct because they're not here. Just give us a minute.
Yeah,
Do you mind if I ask you, what impact the lack of their input, has on this, application?
I'm sorry.
So what he asked is their input, what type of effect does it have on the application?
That they are not here.
And I would just answer this question, Isidro. It impacts heavily, right? Because if an establishment that has a new license has a history of constant,
Issues.
311, 911
Yeah.
fights, that means that they're not handling their establishment, right? And secondly, their alcohol, right? So I think it impacts heavily
Yeah, it
if a
does.
33rd or 34th precinct negative remarks on an applicant.
Let's proceed, because we
Sure.
don't have an agenda.
Okay, so I'm unmuted, right? So we're going back to agenda item number 1. Do we have a representative of Fall Bar and Grill Corp, DBA Caramello Bar and Kitchen, located on 141 Naval Avenue, store number 1?
Yes, Aurelia Tavares here for FAC Bar and Kitchen, 141A Nagle Avenue, DBA Caramello. This is a location that's renewing its liquor license. I don't have any issues to report. 2 a.m.
Thank you.
closing all the way around. We're
Thank you so
complying.
much. Again. Thank you. So again, this is an applicant that is requesting a renewal. It is a complete application. Everything is in order here. The last time that came to this community board back in May 28, 2019, there was no objection. We do have an issue as to why this applicant did not submit or write down the the number of person that are allowed in the premise. They left it as 0. Aurelia, you fill this out, and when it comes to the number of persons that can be fit into the premise, you left a blank.
It is 74, Isidro. I saw that. My apologies.
74. Very well. Again, we're going to request two stipulations. One, a good neighbor sign, and also a phone number of someone that's in charge in case the residents have an issue. This problem can be mitigated by, right then and then. Do we have Officer Navarrete on the line? He's not in yet. But before I go there.
Good evening, thank you.
Officer Navarrete, so we are reviewing a renewal request from agenda item number 1. And this is Caramello Bar and Kitchen located on 141 Naple Avenue. What is the opinion of 34 Precinct?
Good evening, everyone, and I just want to apologize. I had technical difficulties. Thanks for helping me log on finally. The 34 Precinct doesn't have any objections in regards to this establishment.
Very well. 34 should be noted that there are no objections. On that note, before we proceed to a vote, do I have any residents that might have any issues? Let me check. I see one hand that is raised, and that is from Anthony. Anthony, first, then Leah, if you don't mind. Anthony, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Since it's a new year, I'll just say I am pretty consistent about reviewing the health inspections of the establishment seeking a license. And I did take a look at this one. It looks like it was inspected in October of 2023. And while the grade is not yet graded, that inspection did note some issues, particularly no hand washing facility and toilet room, a mechanical ventilation issue. And then other violations, it notes that flavored tobacco products were sold. So I'll ask the representative if they can speak a little bit to that, if there have been any remediations.
Aurelia, you have the floor.
I think the applicant is dealing with it as we speak. Until they're resolved, they don't issue the letter grade. It kind of comes afterwards. So I will take this up can you just go through them one more time with me, please? I'm sorry, Anthony, just to review I don't have notice of these food violations.
Yeah, I'm summarizing from the ABC Eats portal, but the big ones are that there were no hand washing facilities near or adjacent to the toilet room, that there was no mechanical or natural ventilation provided, and that flavored tobacco products were sold on the premises.
Thank you. I'll take that up with the applicant. I don't, since there's no determination, I'm not sure, you know, if it has, you know, with the licensing, how much it has to do with the licensing, but we will address it and send you an email to the community board. Thank you.
Again, the committee has been very consistent in stating their opinion, regardless if the health inspection is part of the requirement for a license or not. So let's be clear that we have been very consistent, especially Anthony, asking those questions. So we'll continue like that, move forward. So please let the operator know that there are some concerns as far as this matter is concerned. Leo, please.
Thank you, Chair. So, hi, Aurelia. My concern, I live a couple blocks away from there. We actually walk around there all the time. There's a huge double parking issue in the area. I know that we're not gonna only blame it on Caramelo, the Pica Pollo spot, attracts clients, there's a few barbershops, a few restaurants in that area. Aurelia, I highly recommend that you speak with the operator. One time I was stuck there for 2 hours at nighttime, and I had to do something, an emergency actually. And I had to fortunately take a cab later on, which was not a biggest deal, but you know, in case of an emergency, sometimes you kind of have to go. And the merchant was well, the merchant staff, I want to say the operator himself, but the staff was uncooperative. The bouncer was pretty rude, and nobody had access to a car. About 2 hours later, somebody came out from the establishment and moved the car. So that's a huge issue. Before we vote, I would like to add that as a step. They should have a double parking sign. It's very bad in that area. The 34th precinct could attest to.
A no parking sign?
Double parking.
No double parking sign.
All right. So with three steps. We never sign, phone number, and a no double parking sign. Now you're stating that you had an emergency because there was so many double parking car space. You couldn't move out.
Couldn't do anything.
And the question that I have for you, is this a consistent problem that you see there?
Yes, it is. We can drive by there right after this.
All right.
You'll see.
So I'm ready to vote. Before I move on,
It's, do they have valet parking there?
it's not allowed.
Okay.
Okay.
On that note, I recommend that we vote to a straight vote.
All right, with those three steps, for the recommendation of Far Bar Grill Corp. Chair, how do you vote?
No.
Leo, how do you vote?
No.
I vote yes. How do you vote, Carl?
Abstain?
Abstaining. Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
I'm abstaining.
Hector, how do you vote?
Abstain.
So this is one vote in the affirmative, 3 noes, and 3 abstentions. This application does not pass.
Thank you so much. Aurelia, please ask the operator to address this matter, even though the committee was willing to work on fixing up some of the issues. But because if any other resident will have an emergency, I would not want to be part of this committee that approved the resolution if these problems persist. Once this problem has been rectified, we will be more than happy to perhaps maybe approve it. So this application fails. Let's move forward.
Thank you so much, Chair. Agenda item 3 has been withdrawn. So we'll move to agenda item number 4. That's Tubby Hook Tavern, Good Cluckin' Chicken NYC, located on 4946 Broadway on the corner of 207th Street. Do we have a representative present?
Yes, I'm here, Niall Henry, owner.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
How you doing, guys?
Doing very well. So our committee members, this is a request for a renewal. This is a complete application. The last time that they were inspected, they received an A. The last time that they came to this community board back in September 28th, 2022, there was no objection by the board. I do have a question now, and
Yes.
that is in reference to the SLA fines. Have you or the establishment been fined the SLA? Because I see no report at the very
No.
end.
What happened was we were inspected for something in 2019, and that was resolved in 2019. So there's been nothing new since 2019.
Very well. So this was rectified. You pay I think a fine or something for 34.
Yes, correct. It was,
700?
it was October 25th of 2019.
The fine was paid and was the
Yes.
issue rectified?
Yes.
Very well. What is the opinion of 34th precinct?
We don't have any objections. 3-4.
Please note, that 34 has no objections. Anthony, I see a hand. Is that an old hand or a new hand?
No, it's a new hand.
Please, you have the floor.
So thank you, Chair. I also see that the last inspection resulted in an A, but it also resulted in 22 points, and there were some issues raised during the inspection on March 26, 2024. The two big ones were sanitized equipment or utensil improperly used or stored. And the second one was evidence of mice or live mice in establishments, food or non-food areas. Niall, my question is, have you taken any actions to rectify those observations?
Yes, the and the first one with the utensil. Oh, sorry. And the first one was utensil. There was a serving spoon in the kitchen that was in standing water. It was supposed to be washed. It was in between the washing station and the other station, and we got points for that. The other one was we completely sealed off our basement from the subway A train. There were some cracks there, so we had to like double Durock it, double concrete it, put some netting up, and since that, a week after so the inspection, we've had no problems, and we're waiting on our inspection to get our and we're waiting on our re-inspection now.
Thank you.
So you received an A, and the issues you said that you have cracks through some of the walls.
Yeah, our basement is parallel to the subway A train, and every time a train goes by with these old buildings and old sidewalks, everything shakes. So you know, concrete moves over time, and we have to keep on top of that.
All right, we understand that. So we are requesting like each applicant to agree on these two stipulations, and we're asking this regardless if there are any issues or not. So we are requesting that you have that you post a good neighbor sign on your premise, and also a phone number, someone in charge, in case there are any issues now that those issues can be rectified, you know, right then and then. So we'll not escalate further, let's say, to go to PD and or any other city agencies. That way, it can protect you as a business. So with two steps in place, I recommend that we'll vote.
Do we want to hear from the committee or any public members?
I don't see any questions or issues from the attendees, unless there are any issues from here.
Okay.
Let's go to a straight vote.
Okay, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan?
here.
Okay. Oh, Robin.
Robin, you're here? Okay. All right, Robin. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Was there not anything, but since.
And Jonathan, how do you vote?
Sorry, I'll come back to me.
Okay. Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
Just a reminder, Toby Hook, agenda item number four.
Agenda number 4, you know, how do you vote? If you don't hear other arguments and you don't feel comfortable voting, the tendency is to abstain.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable, you heard everything.
Yeah, I did not hear everything, so I'm abstaining for now.
Okay, we have, so we have,
That's a fact.
7 votes in the affirmative, 1 abstention. This recommendation passes.
How many we get on the?
7,
7 yes, 1 abstention.
1
Okay,
abstention.
cool.
This is the third purpose. The first guy, so.
Very well. So now we have the presence of the 33rd precinct. And on that note, let's have the 33rd precinct to please introduce themselves. Do we have the officer in place? Christian Hernandez, please introduce yourself to the committee and welcome.
Christian, you're still muted. You can mute yourself.
Christian, you're muted. Please unmute yourself. If not, let's proceed to the next.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Hi, I'm sorry about that. I'm actually out in the field right now. This is Lieutenant Caprino. I'm the SOL of the 3-3. Yeah, I don't have any objections. I have no.
So we'll ask you one application at a time, and then your time is not up yet, but we just wanted to recognize you.
We also have Robin.
Yeah. Robin, please introduce yourself, the rest of the committee, and the audience.
Hi, my name is Robin Cruz. I'm a part of the community. I've been in the community license community for about 7 years. So I'm here to help and show.
Very well. On that note, let's proceed to the next one.
All right, we have agenda item number 5,
All right,
Bocadito.
thank you guys.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant, we still have some matters that we're going to request an opinion from you. So if you can stay on board, that will help us a lot.
Yeah, no problem. I'm here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So agenda item number 5, Bocaditos Bistro and Espresso Bar LLC DBA Bocadito Bistro, located on 4863 Broadway, store number 3 between Academy and 204th Street. Do we have anybody representing?
Hi, my name is Victor Santos, the representative. Good evening.
Victor, welcome on board. Again, this is an application that is sending us a request for renewal. It is a complete application. The last time that came to the community board, that was May 28th, 2019. The last time that they were inspected, they received a B. Victor, I know the question is going to come, so why not ask now? What are the issues that came to be for Bocadito to receive a B?
So the first one, and probably the most important one, was, and I read it off the ABC website, it's evidence of mines or live mines in establishment food or non-food areas. It was the non-food area. And it's the alleyway. I don't know if you guys ever been there, but there's like an alleyway next to the agency that is next door to us. It's a non-food area. It's shared, and that's basically where the deliveries come in through. They found mice dropping there. They blamed it on us, even though, you know, they're not supposed to, unless I have complete control of the area. It's not an inspectable area. So I got that violation thrown out. The other two, we didn't get thrown out, even though we did rectify the situation. And the points didn't drop down enough to get the A. So we got stuck with the B. But they were rectified, the other violations.
This with the Prairie 34 precinct, Officer Navarrete, what is the opinion of 34 precinct?
Hi, yes, in regards to Bocaditos, we don't have any objections, no issues coming from this establishment, no complaints or quality of life, so no objections.
Thank you so much, Officer. I'm going to open the floor to see if there are any questions from the committee. Leo, go ahead.
No, I just want to give them a huge shout out. They run a good ship over there. I eat there often. I just want to give you your kudos. It's a beautiful place, and just continue to do what you're doing. Yeah, and a great decor. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Same here, Victor. I think that you guys run a tight ship. I know Susana, not only she active in the community, but I love this place. Like, there's one place that I want to have my cup of coffee in peace. And like you said, like the staff there is amazing. So Victor, keep up the great job you guys been doing. And if there are no other comments, I would like to proceed to the voting process.
Sure, Chair. How do you vote?
I'm sorry.
And before with that, Victor, the committee is going to request 2 steps. One will be a good neighbor sign, and also a phone number of someone that will be in charge. And I'm going to alert the committee. Any way that you go, if you don't see those 2 in place, bring it to the table, because we have been giving them like warnings from the very beginning. I can tell you that 80% of the places that I go to don't have this. And that'll be something that will be a violation later on. And if they do not take charge into this problem, we will bring this matter up, and it will be, at least on my end, a negative. Victor, you're going to say something.
Oh, no, I agree to the stipulation.
Anthony, thank you guys. You have the floor.
It was only to remind you of the 2 steps. So apologies.
Hector.
clarifying point, for the good neighbor sign, where do they have to put their number? Is it on this form or on a separate paper in front of the
It's
establishment?
going to be this same piece of paper
Right,
displayed somewhere visible
right.
to the patrons.
And the
So
phone number of the person.
And the phone number also has to be visible.
in the-
On the page.
It has to be two signs.
Two signs.
Sometimes that one and then their number and
Separate.
Okay,
separate.
got it.
All right, on that note, I recommend the work straight.
I'm sorry, Isidro, you have that on the website? On your website?
You can ask the office members here, they will send it over to you.
Or you can stop by physically, they have it here for you.
Okay.
Let's proceed to a vote, please.
Okay, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
That is 8 votes in the affirmative. This recommendation passes.
Should be 9.
No.
8.
Yeah.
Because,
Yes, it was 7 plus
thank you.
Robin now. Yeah,
very well. On that note, let's proceed to the next one.
sure.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Good night,
Good night.
Arlington.
Okay, agenda item number 6, we have Inwood Social Corp, DBA El Tanque Trattoria Bar, located on 101 Sherman Avenue between Dykeman and Academy Street. Do we have a representative?
Yes, how you doing? Good evening. I know I'm under Setsy's restaurant there, but I'm Miguel Acosta. I'm the representative for Inwood Social. Currently doing business as El Tanque at 101 Sherman Avenue. How you guys doing?
We're doing very well. Thank you so much, Miguel. How are you? How are you, summer?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Very well. This is a renewal request once again. The last time I came here back in September 28th, 2022, there was no objection by this board. It is a complete application. What will be the opinion of 34th precinct, Officer Navarrete?
No objections.
No objection by the precinct. Leo.
Oh, no, just to give them a compliment. So I know, Orquídea, the owner Hector, and they have actually opened up their establishment to the
Run Club,
the Run
Dykeman.
Club, Washington.
We run uptown.
Run Uptown, sorry. They have had events, community. I know they had a quinceañera, I believe, not too long ago. And the food is pretty good. It's good pizza.
All right, so it will be noted on the minutes and the resolutions that this establishment received that compliment from our committee members. So
It's a renewal.
it's a renewal. So it will be they'll receive this as part of the resolution. On that note, if there are no objections, let's proceed to a vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Oh, yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
That's 8 votes in the affirmative. This application passes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Congratulations, Joe. Acosta. Do you have another one? That was the only
Yeah, I
one.
have a few new ones, so I'll just stick around.
Very well. Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Great. So we have agenda item number 7, El Azteca y El Guanaco Restaurant Corp. Located on 4195 Broadway between 177th Street and 178th Street. Do we have a representative present?
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Good.
Hi, for the record,
Welcome new members.
tell us thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us your name and connection to this establishment.
I'm the attorney for the establishment, Gene Anton, Law Office of Gene Anton. I think the last time I was up there was a while ago, but it's good to be back.
Very well. Welcome on board. This is a complete application. The last time that I came to this community board was back in November 26, 2019. There was no objection to the new liquor license. I do have a question, if you don't mind, before we proceed to the precinct, and that is about some possible summons dating back to 10/21/22. You didn't note it listed any problems, but when I checked the SLA site, I do notice that there are like bonds that were paid going back as far as December 2021, where someone was paid for $1,500, and then the last one on 10/21/22 was paid for 1,000. Question that I have is, why was not this listed on the questionnaire? Because we do ask a question. And why did you receive this summonses?
One, I was definitely not aware of it. Otherwise, we definitely would have put it in the application. And I believe my client's manager is here, and maybe they can have some input on the violations.
Well, you have the floor. Please tell us what's going on.
Hello, Carlos?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're saying about the violations that we had before?
Yes, and I stated the date, which were like back in December 2021, there was a summons for 1,500. We need to know why you didn't list that on the application, because we're asking those questions. And why did you receive the summons?
Yeah, I think it was in pandemic. The inspector came inside and they say we were supposed to close at 12 o'clock, I think, and it was like at 12:05, and we were about to close when the inspector told us that we were supposed to close, so we closed immediately.
All right, so for 5 minutes, you receive a summons. Once you tell the SLA and the community board that you are closing on one specific time, you got to do your due diligence to make sure that you close not at 12:01, but at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised and a little bit disappointed that you did not list this on our questionnaire, because it's very clearly asked if you have received any summons. On that note,
but let me ask. It is definitely, and it's also in Spanish, so I really can't provide an excuse why. But perhaps there was a misunderstanding, and we apologize, because I did ask those questions, and they even told me no. But I think maybe they didn't quite understand what those violations were.
I can understand. Let's proceed with the opinion 34 precinct. Officer Navarrete, you have the floor.
No objection.
No objections by the 34 precinct. Committee members, do you have any questions? On that note, I recommend,
Actually,
yes, Carl, you have the floor.
yeah, this question goes to the council. Council, can you hear me?
Yes.
So how long have you represented this party?
So it's an off and on relationship. So I did the initial application for them, and then I did the renewal, did this renewal, and I have to check my records to see if I did the previous renewal. I'm not sure I did the previous renewal back in 2022, but I will check it. I don't think I did, because I couldn't find that file. So I believe it's my records they jump from 20 to 24. So that's why I say I just represented them again for this particular matter. I did not know and did not represent them for the matter with regard to the SLA violation when they got it.
I'm happy that since then you have not received any violations, and it seems it could have been a misunderstanding. And I'm willing to move forward if the committee is. We're not asking for stipulations, because based on the record that we reviewed, those stipulations are already in place.
Already in place.
So,
Mr. Chair, actually, I am sort of bothered by this omission. It seems to me to be some kind of material omission. If they wouldn't put a thing like that in the form, especially when asked if such an event had occurred and they said no. So that's why I'm trying to ask council, how long he's represented this party and the sort of communication he has with this party.
Yeah.
When was this
2022 was the latest one, and prior to that there was one December 2021.
See, the two instances.
So, yes, the reason why, again, on my end, I would vote in favor is that the last time that they came, the committee actually approved the renewal. But again, it is something that is a concern to you, and you should address it by the way you vote.
This is for wine and beer, so renewal for wine and beer, not necessarily on-premise liquor.
Wine and beer. Something that please, we have to remind the new employee that we have that you have to be separated.
Separated, yeah, I wasn't, in the agenda doesn't separate.
Thank you so much. So this-
Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Apologize. May I make a suggestion for a stipulation? Could we
Yes.
ask the applicant to submit a revised questionnaire by the deadline we would normally require them to submit something, since the files we have on in our records are incorrect?
That's a good idea. I can amend the application and send it over to you by tomorrow.
Yeah, that would
And you
make,
mentioned there were two violations, right? One in
2020,
December 2021, and that was for her 1,000 or 1,500?
1,500.
1,500.
1,500, and then there was one in 2022. What was the month?
That was for 1,000.
I'm sorry, Councilman.
But what was the month?
You can check this on the SL website so you can get all the specifics because
But
that's what.
sometimes they don't always post that on the site, so that's why. If you
Yes, they do. You can check the lamp section.
Yep.
And then you can pinpoint to a license and it gives you the historical background.
I'm sorry, the owner just addressed one of the situations, which was that they came in, closed a few minutes after, we gave them the violation. What is the second violation and why?
That's dating back to the pandemic. And it had to do with the closing. Now, the other one, we can
ask him.
We can you give us some feedback as far as like the last violation, which was for $1,000 and it's dated back in October 21, 2022. If you can perhaps, if you know what happened, please let us know now before we vote.
¿Necesita traducción?
Sí, la verdad, no me recuerdo. No me recuerdo por qué fue eso.
Honestly, I don't remember why that was so.
So we're going to have this as a step. So we're going to have 3 steps. 1, the Gunego sign. 2, the phone number. And that a new questionnaire to be sent over to the community board no later than 5 p.m. by
Va a necesitar 3 estipulaciones cumplidas, el cartel de buen vecino, el número de teléfono de un manager en un lugar visible y su cuestionario nuevo que va a hacer, que para someterlo no más tarde de las 5 p.m. I'm sorry, did you say a date, Mr.
that was Friday, September 20th, 2024, before 5 p.m. in the afternoon.
El viernes, septiembre 20 de 24, no más tarde de las 5 p.m. de la tarde.
Okay.
And please let them know that if the office doesn't receive this document by 5 p.m. on Friday the 20th, I as chair will recommend the board to vote against this application.
Él quiere que usted sepa que si no se recibe para la fecha que le dijo, la hora, que él va a recomendar que no pase la aplicación.
Okay.
Okay.
Very well.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
This one goes to council. Council?
Yes, sir.
Could you try to find out what the other violation was?
I'm looking at the lamp, and it just for October, I would have to review with my client. It just says that there was a bond claim paid, but sometimes when that happens, it could be a various things. So I really don't know. It doesn't say exactly what the violation is. So I can't really say specifically because I'm looking at it right now. It just says on 1,000 and 1,500 respectively, like the chair previously mentioned.
Yes.
So I am actually amending the application right now as we speak, and I can just email it right now. So it'll be moot in the sense that you'll receive it by Friday. I'm going to do it right now.
Thank you so much.
She'll definitely have it by.
Here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have. The nature of that violation is material, in my opinion. So we need to know exactly what that violation was for. Is a factor that might influence our decision one way or the other. You understand?
I do, and I think they had addressed the October 22 was the 5 minute. Was it October 22 was the 5 minute after, or was it December 2021?
The December 2021 was a 5 minute late. The 2022 one is the one we don't know what exactly happened.
So, Gilberto, do you know what October 2022 the violation was for?
No,
I need to move.
I forgot.
Please send us out a note, and you find out what happened there. You introduce that to the board office. We'll take it from there because I need to move forward.
Okay, thank you.
That note,
Necesitan esa información de por qué razón pasó la violación.
Sí.
Okay, so, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Robin.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
No.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
This is 4 votes, an affirmative. This is 2 abstentions. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I thought it was 5 affirmative.
Yes, 5, yes, that's what I'm counting now. 5 in the affirmative, 2 abstentions and 1 no, and this vote passes. This recommendation passes.
thank you. And those that let's review who voted for what, just to be clear,
Yes.
if you don't mind.
So we have Chair, you voted yes.
Yes.
We had Leo, you voted yes. I voted yes. Robin, yes. We have Carl, no. 2 abstentions from Anthony and Jonathan, and Hector, yes. That's 5 votes in the affirmative, 1 no, and 2 abstentions.
All right, so it's 5-1-2.
Yes.
All right, very well. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
On that note, congratulations again. Please don't forget to send us the note. Let's proceed with our agenda.
Great. So we have
Thank
a item.
I just have a quick question though. On the applicant questionnaire, is it okay to have it executed by myself, or you still need it by the principal? Because I can execute it myself right now and submit it.
You can do it yourself.
Thank you very much. Okay, have a good night.
Take care. guys.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, agenda number 8, Dallas BBQ located on 3956 Broadway on the corner of 166th Street. Do we have a representative?
My name is Miguel Hernandez. I'm the representative.
Miguel, welcome on board. Again, this is a renewal for a restaurant wine. What's their full liquor license? Because now I'm completely thrown off. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that either.
I'll tell you right now. It's all on-premise liquor license.
On premise. So now we have everything mixed.
Mixed.
This is a big problem. All right, it's a request to renew the application.
Yes.
And everything seems to be in order. The last time that I came here, there was an objection back in September 28th, 2022, because no one was present. The last time they came here, for inspection, they received an A. Once again, I see that there are issues with the disciplinary history, and I noted on the questionnaire, once again, they did not write down any particular summonses, but when I checked with SLA, they did have a summon back in 2021, and I'm sure that's probably related. The amount was for $6. Please yourselves if you're not recognized. This is with the purview of 33rd Precinct. Lieutenant Hernandez, I believe, what is the opinion of 33rd Precinct?
As Lieutenant Caprano, since I've been the Special Operations Lieutenant, we've had no significant issues with Dallas BBQ. So we have, I mean, me personally right now, like knowing what I know since I've been here, we've had no issues with Dallas BBQ. There's been no enforcement action by my personnel against Dallas BBQ. So from my understanding, Dallas Barbecue has been operating pretty smoothly.
Very well. Thank you so much, Lieutenant. Let's go back now to the representative, Miguel. I noted that there was a summon, and I'm sure that's during the COVID pandemic. You were supposed to submit that there were some issues back then, because that is part of the questionnaire. Can you please elaborate on that?
Okay, first of all, I apologize. I wasn't aware that application is somebody else that handled the application. So basically, I'm not aware, and I really apologize.
Thank you so much for being honest. On that note, I'm going to open up questions from the committee members.
When you looked it up on the survey, what were the violations for? To see if you can remind me.
It said that it paid, they paid $6,000 for as a bond, and around that time, 2021, December, I'm sure it was COVID related, but they don't mention the specifics.
Yeah, it's probably COVID related.
On that note, any other questions?
No.
Let's move forward with a vote.
All right, Chair, how do you vote?
And before I vote, let's bring up 2 steps.
Oh, 2 steps, yes.
And let me just double check to see if those steps are already in place.
There might be.
No.
No?
So, Miguel.
Yes.
We're going to request that BBQ carries 2 steps. One of them is to put a good neighbor sign that looks like this.
Okay.
It's from our office here.
Okay.
And another will be for the merchant to display a phone number or someone that will be in charge, just in case there are issues. Again, we're trying to protect you as a business, that the issue can be rectified right then and then. So we'll not escalate to any other city agency. So 2 steps.
Absolutely.
Very well. So 2 steps, let's proceed with a vote.
Okay, thank you, Chair, for that. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
There's 8 votes in the affirmative. This application passes.
Thank you so much, Joel. And on that note, Miguel, congrats.
Thank you very much.
You take care of yourself, and we hope that you guys do well.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night. So this application passes. Now let's proceed to the next one.
Agenda item number 9. This is 1601 Dominican Valley Restaurant Corp., located on 1601 St. Nicholas Avenue on the corner of West 190th Street.
Dominican Valley. This is on wine and beer.
Wine.
and beer.
Thank you so much. And this is within the 34th precinct. Officer Navarrete, what is within the 34th precinct?
No objections in regard to this establishment. The only thing, on St. Nicholas, we do get double park cars, could be from several businesses, just to keep that in mind. But no objections.
Do we have a representative? Sorry, Chair.
Thank you.
¿Necesita traducción?
Sí, por favor.
Sí, dígame.
Digo yo que dijo el caballero, la objeción.
He would like to know what the last person said again.
So the 34th precinct has no objection on the renewal of this application. Please let them know that.
El precinto 34 no tiene ninguna objeción en renovarle su aplicación.
Ok, gracias.
De nada.
We do have, they did have the issue about double parking.
Hay una cuestión, sí, con el asunto del doble parking.
¿Puedo explicar?
Can he explain?
Yes.
Sí.
La 190 la están cambiando toda la tubería de gas en uno de los dos lados. Entonces, todos los días, si alguien pasa por ahí, puede ver la situación.
And at 190th, there's some changes going on with the tubes regarding the gas, and anyone can pass through there and see the situation.
Thank you so much, Soraya. This is a
Gracias.
complete application. The last time that came to this community report back in October 25th, 2022, there was no objection. We do have some perhaps matter that should be addressed, and that would be that they received a B on the last health inspection. And sorry, can you please ask the operator what are the pending issues that they received, a B?
I'm sorry, well, what are the,
What are the issues that need to be rectified? Because there was some issues that they received that.
a B?
Yeah.
¿Cuáles son el asunto que está pasando porque usted recibió una inspección con un grado B? ¿Qué está pasando?
Sí, fue la temperatura del calentador de la cocina.
The kitchen's heater temperature?
Ujú.
Perdón, siga.
Ese día el calentador no estaba funcionando correctamente, pero casi, bueno, eso es público, puede mirar que fue ahí la situación.
That day the heater was not operating correctly, but you can check the situation. It's a public thing.
Does that issue was addressed already?
¿Usted arregló la cuestión, lo que pasó?
Se compró uno nuevo, sí.
Yes, we bought a new one.
Sorry, can you please ask for his complete name and if he's the owner?
Queremos su nombre completo y si usted es el dueño.
Sí, soy el dueño. Mi nombre es José Coronado.
Yes, I am the owner. My name is José Coronado.
Very well.
Bien, gracias.
I see that we have Anthony with a question. Anthony, you have a floor. You have a floor.
Thank you. I would like to comment on the health inspection because I appreciate the owner says that these issues have been rectified, but the health inspectors had gone in August 2022, February 2023, and March of 2024. And in each inspection, they found the same issues. So I personally do not find it compelling that the issues have been resolved at this point if for 3 years they were not resolved after 3 separate inspections.
Tengo una duda con las inspecciones de salud porque se sabe que por 3 años han tenido estas inspecciones y no sabemos si se han resuelto. Una en agosto del 22, después febrero del 23 y marzo del 24.
Sí, por eso compré los equipos nuevos de la cocina porque eran más por el asunto de temperatura.
So that's the reason. Perdón, the reason I bought the equipment for the kitchen, new equipment. Perdón, siga, por favor.
So,
Ask a question, please.
yes, please. And if you can raise your hand when you can, Rob.
Oh, my
Please.
apologies. My apologies. Can you say what day specific did you bought the equipment? And because you have a letter B on this year, so I want to know when did you got the new equipment?
Queremos saber cuándo fue que usted compró ese equipaje de la cocina, porque siguió teniendo inspecciones con
Sí,
la grado B.
Después de la última inspección.
Después de la última impresión tiene una B.
Sí, después de la última inspección fue que decidí hacerlo.
After the last inspection, that's when I decided to do it.
So I'm going to require like 4 steps. One, they're going to sign.
Necesita 4 estipulaciones. La del buen vecino. Sorry, Isidro. Sorry, go ahead.
So let me just review through all the steps and then you can translate. One, again, if committee members feel that this is not enough, you're welcome to add as well. Right? So one, a good neighbor sign. Two, a phone number of someone that will be in charge in case there are issues. Three, a notable parking sign to be visibly, very well visible at this establishment, so that parking is a problem. And four, proof of purchase of that equipment that he said that he bought before Friday, the 20th at 5 o'clock. Will the committee be okay with that? Yes.
Okay, did you say a double parking or no parking sign?
No double parking sign.
No double parking, ok. Señor, como le decía, hay 4 estipulaciones con las que tiene que cumplir. Primero, el cartel de buen vecino. El segundo es que mostrar un número de teléfono de un manager para si las personas tienen alguna cuestión donde llamar. Después, un cartel de no parqueo, de doble parking, parqueo doble. Y después necesita prueba de la compra de lo que usted mencionó que compró para la cocina y tiene que ser antes de el 20 de septiembre.
Ok.
Ok.
¿Dónde lo presento antes del 20 del?
Where do I submit this before the 20th?
So he has to submit this to the community board office. And if this document is not submitted by the deadline, I'm going to request that this application be completely voted out as a negative if such document as requested is not submitted to the court.
Sí, necesita presentarlo a la Junta Comunitaria, a la oficina de la Junta Comunitaria, y si no se hace por la fecha requerida, el presidente va a pedir que se anule completamente la aplicación.
Okay.
Just tell him that the good neighbor sign is to be posted in front of his establishment. And that sign, the good neighbor sign specifically, is the only thing that he has to display along with his phone number in his restaurant. And that he can find the good neighbor sign in the restaurant, in the office.
On that note,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Soraya, proceed, I'm sorry.
Okay. Para que usted sepa que las cosas que tiene que tener que se vean visibles son la primera estipulación que le dije de el cartel del buen vecino y el número de teléfono de la persona encargada del local. Esas dos la tiene que tener visibles en su negocio, que se vea de frente.
Ok, y el no doble parking, ¿dónde debo ponerlo? Porque yo suponía que eso iba en la calle, o sea, ¿cómo lo pongo en el restaurante?
What about the no double parking? Where do I put that? Because that's the street.
He can put it as a display as well on his front door to make sure that the customers know they cannot double park.
Sí, lo puede poner en su puerta de su negocio, en la puerta delantera, para asegurarse que lo puedan ver.
Okay.
Okay.
One last question, as we need to move forward.
If you don't mind me asking, how long has this operation been in existence?
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva su negocio en existencia?
5 años.
5 years.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Gracias.
Very well.
Going to a straight chair.
4 steps, right?
Yeah, with the 4 steps. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
I will abstain.
Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
So that is, so that's 6 votes in the affirmative, 1 abstention, 1 no, and this application passes.
Thank you so much, Ayo. This application passes.
La aplicación pasa.
Congratulations. Please don't forget to submit the requested documents.
Felicidades y no se olvide de someter todos los documentos, por favor.
Por supuesto, gracias.
Of course, thank you.
That's some of the next.
Thank you, Chair. Moving on to agenda item number 10, that's Cafe Sahara Inc., located on 4026 10th Avenue, between West 214th Street and West 215th Street. Do we have a representative for the business?
Yeah, Aurelia Tavares here for the renewal of Cafe Sahara, 4026 10th Avenue, New York, New York. I'm here for the applicant.
Thank you so much.
It's an on-premise liquor license.
This is an on-premise liquor license, a renewal based on what they submitted. This is a completed application. Last time they came here to this community board back in September 22 of 2020. There was no objection on the renewal. The last time that they were inspected by health department, they received an A. This, if moved or approved, we're going to ask for 2 steps. That would be a good neighbor sign, and also a phone number as we had discussed earlier. This is with the Prairie 34 precinct. Officer Navarrete, what is the opinion of 34 precinct?
No objections.
No objection noted from the 34 precinct. I'm going to open up the floor now for committee members to see if there are any questions. Seeing none with 2 steps, let's go to the vote.
Wait, I'm sorry. Isidro, similar to a previous applicant, it appears the questionnaire does not document the SLA violations.
Let me just double check on that.
Yeah, if you could. I might be reading it incorrectly, and I apologize if I am.
There are no SLA previously summonses. Do you have anything to note, Anthony? I checked. I don't recall that I saw anything here.
In the packet under disciplinary history for this applicant, there are 2, 3, looks like. I mean, some of them date back to 2017, but
Seems like they're all paid, but they're.
Okay, see, I didn't notice this. They're not okay.
We
Just
should
give me a second.
qualify with
Yeah,
within the last 2 years because I
Aurelia,
think.
give me a second, please. Aurelia, give me a second. Anthony, please elaborate on the summonses.
just looking at the packet, it looks like there was one in December of 2021. It was a civil penalty of 5,000.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So there's one for December 2021, right?
For 5,000.
For $5,000. Aurelia, please elaborate on that.
I didn't know you were gonna address the penalties, but I believe it was something with the method of operation. I don't remember, I did it so long ago. I think that this should be limited to 2 years, within the last 2 years of the renewal period. I think bringing things up from 2021, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a waste of this committee's time, and I think
That is not for you to judge on this. This committee can bring up any matter. And I'm really disappointed. No.
You know, people have learned from their mistakes. When you bring it up, it's not fair to the owner. That's why they get violations, so they can correct.
Do not matter. This committee has every single right to ask any question that is the point. So don't ever bring that up, please.
Well, and to be clear, just to be clear, the questionnaire is not time bound. And so the question is on the questionnaire, what is the total dollar value of SLA fines this establishment has received to date? It does not say in the last 2 years. So if you write 0 and then sign it, that to me as an attorney reads as you did not properly fill out the questionnaire.
A liquor authority does not require us to go through the extensive disciplinary history, because you have 5 restaurants that I know of who have 42 violations with the state liquor authority, and you never mention it on the meetings. So I think that you need to revisit your, I know for a fact, I can give it to you in private because I don't do any of that. I'm not, but even the, you know, that when it's relevant.
In public, we do not care. Bring this matter to the public and we'll address it. But on this case, every single member here can bring any question that is seen or deemed necessary.
I think it sheds a bad light on people who have not had issues within the last 2 or 3 years. It's not cool.
You have the floor, Joel.
I just think it's important for us to realize that mistakes can happen again, right? Like, just because you did it once, right? We want to make sure and maintain as a community board that this problem doesn't persist. And what the chair is saying is that although this is a past, we want to make sure that these events are not happening within the business now. so that the board does have a right to ask questions regardless of time. So that's just my opinion, I think the opinion of the committee.
As a whole.
Well, I have COVID violations that happened during COVID that were $20,000-$30,000 fines that we all can agree were not fair to restaurant owners. And we cannot continue to keep bashing them over the heads with things that have no relevance within
Aurelia, we're not
last
bashing.
you can ask every renewal period.
Yeah,
It's within
we're
the
not-
last 2 years, but
Listen.
visiting things that are in 2017 is irrelevant.
Aurelia, we're not bashing anyone. We're just asking for information to provide insight to the reasons. That's it. You can say the reasons, whether
I
it's cold,
just think it should be
something
time
small.
barred
Just want to know.
And we
I
asked other
And we asked everyone,
applicants
yeah.
the same question. However, this representative seemed to have an issue. I was, as a member, going to vote in this, in favor of this applicant because of your way that you interact with this community, particular committee. I'm going to abstain. And I think they still be lucky that I'm abstaining.
Is it active, your license?
this is, okay, I'm gonna make this last point, and you guys, if you wanna continue to abstain, I don't think it's fair. I think that within every renewal period is every 2 years. You have every right to ask about disciplinary committees every 2 years and disciplinary histories every 2 years and see, because then you can see if there's a pattern, if they have it again and again and again. But something that's in 2017, what relevance does it have in
But you
today's day
just-
and age when the applicant has no violations
You
within the
just
last
answered-
2 years?
You just answered your own question. We want to see if there's patterns.
Right.
So
But
a
if
two-
you
well,
ask
allows
me-
it's a history behind it.
And
And Aurelia, I'm sorry, we're gonna cut it.
yeah, we're going to
Wanna
cut
go
it.
back and forth.
Anthony, was that like an old hand or new hand?
It's a new hand, and I just want to comment that my question is not related to specifically what happened in each of those bonds. My point is that the questionnaire is not time-bound, and so the response is not accurate. And it's important that when you're filling out these questionnaires, you're answering the questions to what exactly the question says, right? If I were to file a document and with the court or whatever agency, and I didn't provide all the information, they wouldn't only come after me about the facts. They would come after me because I did not provide all the information as the
Right.
question did. That was
I understood it within the last renewal period. Because I
not what
came
the
in 2
question
years
said.
ago.
But
I
you
you
are
so much.
interpreting the question.
You have
Question
time,
does not
Aurelia.
say-
You have the time. Finish up, Anthony, please.
That is all. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, I'm sorry. Moving
Clear.
forward, since we're reviewing the applications, then shout out to you and Anthony for calling us out, because I don't think I really have paid attention in the past. If the applicant, and this is a suggestion, if the application doesn't have proper information, the correct information, we should also add it to the steps that it needs correct information.
Right, they
So
should
we can
amend it.
Send it to the board and we can all actually.
Like we have
Like we did it with
requested,
the
and there was
previous
no
app.
opposition.
Yeah,
But this particular representative is condemning the committee in ways that I don't see a proper.
I'm not
And-
condemning the committee. I'm asking you to consider
And
taking.
I know
every
I'm going to
renewal
vote
period.
however I choose, and that's my freedom to vote however I want. On that note, let's go to a vote.
Guys, do you mind if I,
One last question, statement, please, we'll move forward.
yeah, do you mind if we, perhaps change, some of these, questions, like change the date? Because frankly, in fairness to her, I mean, how far can we go back? Can we go back 30 years? By your logic, we can go back 30 years.
Anthony explained the question.
yeah, it's, we're not
Here's my
necessarily.
suggestion, here's my suggestion.
Yeah, we're not necessarily asking reasons, right? People forget things happen. We're just saying, Anthony's saying, if you fill out the application, you have to put the information regardless if it's 10 years. The application doesn't.
I know, I'm saying, how about we like change the questionnaire itself? Maybe
That's
go back
something
5
that,
years.
again,
That's it.
we stressed and we discussed this matter
When?
before you came in. We stated that we're going to review
Okay,
the questionnaire right after the meeting. That was something that was agreed upon.
all right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
we're
note,
gonna review the.
let's
yeah.
go to a vote, because I need to move
Sure
forward.
thing. All right, Chair, how do you vote?
I'm going to abstain.
Leo, how do you vote?
I'm going to abstain as well.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I'm gonna abstain. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes,
Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Stand.
Abstention. Hector, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 abstentions. 2 no, excuse me, 1 no, 2 yeses. And this application does not pass.
So the vote is 2, 1, 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
2 no, 2 yeses, 1 no, and 5 abstentions.
So this
Right.
application fails.
It fails, yeah.
It's really sad that, people don't follow what they should be following. On that note, this application fails. Let's move to the next one.
Sure thing. Okay, agenda item number 11 has been withdrawn, so has 12. So we're going to agenda item number 13, which is the method of operation, to Zoho Restaurant Corp., 524 West 207th Street, between Sherman Avenue and Post Avenue.
Before we move to the next, because this now, for you, Hector and Jonathan, a completely new way on how we're going to address the applicants. This number 14 is in reference to change it's actually new.
Is it a new one?
It's a
Method
to
of
change the method of
method of-
operation, right?
yeah.
So they're requesting that how they're operating, that they want to make some changes. Usually could be for the hours, they want perhaps to extend the hours. Perhaps they want to maybe move
the bar.
No, that's the alteration to the license.
Oh, sorry.
So that could be something that you can ask relevant question as well as like to change the operation. It could be also any type of rationale.
To move what? You said to move.
No, to move the bar, that would be
Okay.
alteration to the license.
Okay.
This is only to change the method of operation, which is usually to change the hours of operations.
Okay.
And on that note, let's proceed to the next one.
Okay. So we have, do we have a representative for Soho Restaurant Corp., 524 West 207th Street?
Aurelia Tavares, representative for Soho Restaurant Corp., 524 West 207th Street, New York, New York. I'm here representing Soho. No violations, no issues, and a great location.
Thank you so much.
They're asking for
So-
a change in method.
The request here, committee members, is to change the method of operation. We're going to ask what are the changes. They did submit a complete application. The last time that they were inspected, they received an A. The last time that I came to this community report was back in December 19, 2023. There was an objection because there were some noise related issues. However, I believe that the owner tried to rectify that issue because we recommended some steps that included the display of the neighbor sign, phone number, the display of a no double parking sign, and a proof of purchase of a sound limiter. Because they comply with those steps, the committee actually approved wanted to approve this request, but ultimately the vote was a negative when it came to it.
When it
So
came to
now-
the general board?
No, when it came to the committee.
Oh.
Because it was a complaint that came by a resident and somehow didn't receive full approval from the committee. What are the changes for method of operation that you're requesting?
Presently, from Monday through Thursday, they're open till 1 a.m. and Friday, Saturdays to 3 a.m. Then the first Friday, Saturday, 4 a.m. closing and 2 a.m. the rest of the day.
So Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays until
No,
4?
Friday, Saturdays only till 4 a.m.
Right, okay, 4 a.m. And then
The rest of the days. are
the rest
till
until
2
2 a.m. Okay. So again, the request is to close on Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. And then the rest of the days until 2 a.m.
You have it in the application here. It says all 3 days, Sunday as well at 4 a.m. Do you still want that at 4 a.m.?
If the committee, only if the committee approves it.
Okay, so because
He doesn't go one way or another.
okay, currently you have what you submitted, that you have Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays open until 4 a.m.
That's okay, we're requesting Sunday as well.
And what time do you open?
They open today they will open at 4, but on the weekends they open early for brunch, 11, Friday, Saturdays. But no, Saturday and Sundays, 11.
So what are the current hours? Because you submitted your request. What are the current hours?
The
Right
current
now.
hours, they open from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., 11 p.m., no, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. and 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. So the 2 nights that they're requesting, they want 4 a.m.
Okay, so currently you have Fridays and Saturdays until 3 a.m., right?
Mhm.
And then the rest of the days until
1 a.m.
1 a.m. And the request is for Fridays and Saturdays, once again, until 4 a.m. and the rest of the days until
2 a.m.
2
2
a.m.
a.m. Huh? So you still want Sundays?
It's really fast.
Right.
Give me Sundays and all that.
So then will be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays until 4 a.m. Thank you.
I would add, there's no residents around, it's a commercial strip, we're not disturbing anyone, we've got no disciplinaries. And I'd be interested in seeing if the 34th had an issue, we have not had an issue.
Very well. Officer Navarrete, this is with the purview of jurisdiction of 34 precinct. What is the opinion of 34?
No objections.
No objection. Do we have any residents? If not, I see that one panelist has their hand up. Let me see. This is from Angela Marmolejos. Angela, you have the floor. Please address the committee for no more than 2 minutes.
No, I can't speak, Angela.
Okay, Angela Marmolejos, I'm a resident on 546 Isham Street. I'm from the community. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, there is no objection on this establishment. They haven't had no complaints whatsoever. There is no disturbance whatsoever because I usually, since I'm part of the community board, there is no objection on disturbance on the community. So they really support the community 100% and there's no disturbance on the hours that they're asking for.
And I have a question for you, Angela. Are you a resident or are you somehow related to this business?
No, I'm a resident. I live 546 Isham Street, apartment 24A.
Thank you so much. So we have a resident stating that there are no complaints, but they actually support the community. So that will be noted on the resolution. Committee members, do we have any questions, issues? So in essence, they have steps that they approved on, but it was rejected. I'm going to recommend those same steps. And include double parking. And include double parking. So we're going to have the following steps. If you can, please write them down. 1, display of the good neighbor sign. 2, the phone number to be displayed. 3, to display a no double parking sign, please. And 4, I think you have that, proof of purchase of sound limited. So that needs to be brought to the community board before September 20th at 5 p.m. Proof of the sound limiter. You guys know what that is?
Yes.
Very well. So based on those 4 steps, if there are no questions, I recommend that we go to straight vote.
Well, those 4 steps, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
That's 8 votes in the affirmative, so this application passes.
Very well. Congratulations, Aurelia. This has been approved with the 4 steps. Please remember to bring a copy of the sound limiter, the purchase of it, to the community board office no later than Friday the 20th at 5 p.m. Before we move forward, I just want to make sure that our 2 new members, if you're feeling comfortable with the flow, what has been your experience? Thus far, how do you feel?
Oh, it's been good so far. I love how we're all collaborating, all drilling down on the establishments, all treating them equitably.
Very well.
No complaints from mine.
For me, this has been smooth. Not so much to say about it.
So you like the energy
Yeah.
of the committee?
Not very contentious.
No.
We also have a visitor from CUNY from the Journal School of, is it John Jay or?
Craig Newmark, graduate from the journalism at CUNY, Square, Lillian Parade Street.
And you were assigned to report on how the community
Nana,
operate.
I'm supposed to,
ven acá.
Guys, please mute yourselves. We're listening to the things that we don't have to listen. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, just, reporting on Washington Heights and everything, and you know, I'm Dominican, so being here is really great. I've been here a month in New York, so I'm just trying to get to familiarize myself with everything and meeting people within the community. So yeah, I'm coming to community boards to get more educated on what's going on around the area, but if you guys have any recommendations on where to go, way to get more familiarized with the community, I would.
Well, you've been listening to some of the places that the committee has complemented. I highly recommend that you visit not one, but many of our great restaurants here. We have really great venues, so I recommend like for you to visit the Lower Heights and going all the way up to Inglewood Bar and Grill, 218. So we have a great variety of different restaurants from Thai food, Japanese, Peruvian, Dominican, Mexican, and all.
Filipino now,
Filipino now,
15.
right? So feel free and enjoy what we have here as a culture. It's good to take a break every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So now, committee members, we move into the new liquor licenses. So usually we do not know the operators. We need to ask about their experience, why this will be a benefit to the community, and who will be handling the alcohol. And then we also need to make sure that they submit a complete application, which should be a complete questionnaire, the floor plans, and also a copy of the menu. So we have to be cognizant that when they open up establishment, then they need to be accessible, not only on the entrance, but even on the restrooms. The doorknob cannot be round or stipulation. It has to be something that someone can push, however they can. And the bathroom has to have specific dimensions, so the person in the wheelchair can easily have access to the bathroom.
Should we also ask about whether they have local residents hired or the percentage of
course.
local residents?
Yeah, those are,
valid question.
Really valid question, because again, like I said earlier to you, we like our restaurants because they usually hire from the community. And when we hire people from the community, it means that families are going to have jobs. And for us, that's really critical. So yes, indeed. So no issues, let's proceed with the agenda, please.
Sure, so new on-premise liquor license, or temporary retail permit. We have agenda item number 14, which is Ceci Kitchen Corp., 52A Sherman Avenue, between Arden Street and Thayer Street. Do we have a representative?
Yes, good evening again. Miguel Acosta, representing Cece's Kitchen.
Hi, Miguel.
How you doing, Isidro?
So, doing very well. So Miguel is the representative for this establishment. They do have a complete application listed with the floor plan, listed with a menu, the questionnaire. I do have a question, Miguel, before we start everything. This committee approved the license for this establishment. I know the establishment a little bit well. So why are we coming back for an approval from the community board? First question I have for you.
So basically, my client has been operating for over 25 years at 78 Sherman Avenue. Unfortunately, she couldn't come into agreement with the landlord, was forced to relocate. So she's moving up the block. 52A Sherman Avenue is a smaller space. She decided to create a new entity and start with a new name, start fresh, modernize the establishment, and bring something new to the neighborhood. So Wendy's been working hard to get this open immediately. Hopefully she'll be open by the end of the month. Wendy's been licensed by the SLA since 2012 and received a full liquor license back in 2019. So it's fully aware how to manage alcohol. In her previous location, I don't recall any violations. Right now, she's under construction, like I said, and is hoping to open by the end of the month. So this application will have to go to 500-foot hearing. So it's going to be a pretty while before she actually gets a license.
So she will get a temporary license, or she's to wait for the 500-foot ruling?
She would have to wait for the 500-foot.
All right, so I don't know if you have a copy of the last resolution in place, but based on the hours that you have indicated here, I myself do not have any issues because the closing hours are very reasonable. And also the method operation include only recorded music.
That is correct.
We passed them.
Yeah, and we passed. So based on the resolution that we had previously, besides changing the address, I think I'll feel confident in having the same steps because the closing hours again are really fair. And the step that we requested back then was a interesting that I don't see any steps here. But anyway,
yeah, I don't believe, sorry to interrupt you, Isidro. I don't believe when we went to renew the license last time, we added any steps. Like I said, Wendy, I don't believe she's ever received a violation there for alcohol.
So I'm going to request like 2 steps because we have been requesting these steps consistently to all of our operators, and that'll be a sign and a phone number to really
Not a problem.
Again, we're being consistent. I see that Leo, you have a question?
No, I just want to compliment Wendy. We've known Wendy for years.
For years, yeah.
When I was a manager in T-Mobile, when Joe worked with me, we actually had lunch for her every day.
Yeah.
And she would hook us up. So shout out to Wendy. I'm glad that the business didn't go.
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty, great family. Her mother saw me grow up. My office has been across their street for many years and down the block. So great family, great to the neighborhood, always friendly, and food is great.
Well, unfortunately, I have to move, but I'm glad she stayed in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I passed by, like I would say maybe 2 years ago, and before that, I was also a very consistent patient there. Great food. I think also the price was really reasonable. So I'm also complimenting the establishment. That will be noted on the resolution and also in the minutes. If I do see a hand still, let me see if this is like an old hand. Please bear with me. I see that's an old hand. Any questions from our committee members? Any issues? 2 steps? If not, let's proceed to a vote.
Okay.
Proceed.
So Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Right. Jonathan?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
It's 8 votes in the affirmative.
Very well. So Miguel, congratulations again. Our compliments to our operator there. Please let them know that we're very happy how she's operating with the new establishment, and we wish them all the luck in the near future.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm sticking around because I'm on the next one as well. So thank you on this one.
Sure. Okay, so agenda item number 15, Club Villar Las Bestia, #1 Sport Bar, Inc., located on 3845 10th Avenue between 205 and 206th Street. Miguel, I think you're the representative.
Yeah, so the representative here for Club Villar, I have Hansel Beltre. He is also on the Zoom meeting. My client is applying for a wine and beer license. He's been operating Club Villar with about 3 tables there, as you can see on the diagram, for over a year. He basically just offers that gaming, but he has decided to, if approved, like implement some food and offer wine and beer to the patrons. And he's looking to be licensed from till 2 a.m. during the week and 3:30 on the weekends.
Very well. Let me just review the specifics of the precinct and committee members. This is a wine and beer license. The capacity is 74. They will operate this establishment with 4 employees. They're gonna have 11 tables, 27 chairs. The method of operation includes a DJ, recorded music, and live music. The hours of operations are from 6:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6:30 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. This was the private 34 precinct. What is opinion 34 precinct, Officer Navarrete?
No objections from the 3-4.
No objection. Very well. I don't see any residents, committee members. Let me just ask before we move forward, Miguel, who's the owner?
Hansel Beltre Sanchez. He's actually on the Zoom meeting now.
I'm sorry. What's
Hansel.
Hansel
Yes.
Beltre. And I would like to know precisely what type of experience she has handling alcohol and how long she's been around the community and how well versed is she with our community. And
He's actually a male. He's on the line right now. I actually just was having a conversation with him with regards to that because he's actually related to Mr. Santiago from El Tina, and he actually helped him out, in the past. Worked there for a few months. He is looking to gain a little bit more experience with handling the patrons and the sale of alcohol. So I recommended him to take the tips alcohol class to gain a little bit more experience on alcohol management.
Who'll be handling the alcohol there?
He will.
He's saying that he's going to take the class about alcohol handling. Okay, and so this is going to be a pool place, right?
Yeah, it's currently operating as a pool place. So basically, he's just trying to, right now, just with that service, he mentioned to me that his revenue is pretty low, and he's unable to cover operating expenses. So he wants to bring a little bit more entertainment to his patrons, requesting this wine and beer license. I know the hours seem a little bit extensive, but I think it's considerable, being that people who play pool normally tend to stay a little bit longer in the night, especially on the weekends.
Well, you have 2 great players here. Abby Jonathan is really, it's really good.
Oh, yeah.
You guys should swing by, so a little support. I know it's a little smaller place than the other pool halls in the neighborhood, but
And I myself, I can shoot. Not as good as Jonathan, but I can shoot.
Quick question. Is he gonna have issues? There's a church some 200 feet away. It's on the corner.
St. Rosalina.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Rosalina. Saying
yeah, it's actually a wine and beer. So with the wine and beer, they don't usually liquor authority doesn't bother with that. Like I said, this used to be, I don't know if you guys remember the old Skyline.
Yes.
With the airplane, there's no tenants on top. You got the train above.
Oh, yeah. All right. If there are no objections, I recommend that we go straight vote. Jordan.
Oh, sure. Let's vote. So, Chair, how do you vote?
Before we vote, again.
2 steps.
Actually, 3 steps. That'll be Miguel, the good neighbor sign, a phone number, and proof of purchase of sound limiter to be brought to this community board by September 20th, 2024 by 5 p.m.
We got a vote from the area. Right, under the train has a lot of double parking, which is especially in the evening.
And also a double park, no double sign.
Okay.
No double parking sign.
No problem. I'll get that to you guys, as soon as possible.
Very well. So now let's proceed to a vote.
Okay, with those four steps, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
That's eight, eight votes in the affirmative. So this application passed.
Very well. Thank you so much, Joe. So congratulations, Miguel. Let know that the community report will support this application if the documents that we reference to are submitted in time.
Understood. I will stay on the next one, as well, representing, Centro Hermandad Quisqueyana.
Right. Well.
That's item number 6, like you mentioned, Miguel, excuse me, 16, Centro Hermandad Quisqueyana Corp. Located at 3950 10th Avenue.
That is correct. That is correct. So,
Very well.
this application is being submitted. My client, it's a nonprofit organization, basically, it's a group of members who normally get together. This is located right in the basement of you guys know 1111 Made in Mexico building. So my clients is just seeking a wine and beer license in order for them to maintain compliance with the law, just in case they have any gatherings where people are drinking alcohol. They don't want to receive any violations. This establishment is not going to be open to the public. This establishment is also not going to meet every day. So it might just be some private events and occasional gatherings by the members.
This is social club?
Is this like a social club?
Yeah, basically.
I'm trying to see where the entrance is. Do you know where the entrance is?
So
Yes.
I do have. Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, Miguel.
The entrance is to the left of 1111 and to the right. So I guess it's in between Made in Mexico and 1111.
So this is going to go to a 500 full room?
No, this is actually a wine and beer only.
A wine and beer, okay.
Yeah, it's not required.
Okay. The issue that I have is that there's going to be in a basement. So how will people have access to the basement if this is not ADA compliant?
They have an emergency exit on the side of the property that allows any handicap accessibility into the building.
So you're saying that they have an exit?
Yeah, so basically it's like a cellar. So the cellar has a staircase through the storefront, which brings you down to the basement, but there's an exit ramp that brings you out through the side of the building. But I can actually, I'm like, with regards to the question, I'm not 100% guaranteeing you that exit is connected to the basement. So I can confirm that.
The issue that I have is that a client should not be going through a back door if they are on a wheelchair.
Understood.
That is a concern.
Understood.
And then you are sandwiched because I think I know you have Made in Mexico if we to the left and then 1111 to the right. So you'll be sandwiched. And I don't think that there's actually an exit at the ground level. And you need to have an exit that will be at the ground level. So you need two doors. So having someone to go through the stairs without any ramps and or elevator, that represents a problem.
Understood. So in order for us not to waste our time, I'll discuss that with my client. I'll withdraw the application, and if we figure it out with handicap accessibility, I will be submitting a new application.
So this application again has been withdrawn.
Yes.
That's a number
That's 16.
16.
Miguel, what's the name of that organization?
Hermandad.
Is it?
Hermandad Quisqueyana, El Centro Hermandad Quisqueyana.
Okay.
Yeah, Corp. It's fairly new. Like I said, he just rented the location. I recommended, if he wanted to be in a permanent status with with a wine and beer license, he should apply. Not understanding the importance of the ADA compliance situation that we have here. But he could probably apply for a one-day permit in any event directly with the liquor authority.
Very well. Thank you so much, Miguel. Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Okay, so 16 was withdrawn, so was 17, so we move on to number 18, which is Dykeman Dog and Taco Pasture Corp., which is located on 105A Dykeman Street on the corner of Nago. Do we have a representative?
Aurelia Taveras, represented for Dykeman Dog and Taco Pastor Corp. I'm here with the owner, Arecibo Paredes. It's a bar tavern because it's so small on 105A Dykeman Street. It's fast food and Mexican. They're applying for a wine and beer license. They have DJ karaoke, live music, but they close at midnight every day. They have an occupancy of 45, 6 tables, 33 seats. And if you notice, it used to be Dykeman Dog, now it's Dykeman Dog and El Pastor, because he's the new owner. And it has 4 tables outside and 16 seats, but they're kind of connected to the business.
Very well. This is a complete application. They did submit a copy of the menu, a copy of the floor plan. The questionnaire has been submitted, and they did post a public notice. I just want to review the floor plan to make sure that we understand where the restaurant is going to be located. Again, the idea is that for the new members, any liquor application has to have the minimum that it be accessible. ADA compliant. And that anyone can come in and out without having to request an assistant from any other employees just to come in.
Okay.
And the bathroom as well has to be with specific dimensions. I see earlier that you have the capacity is 45, but I don't see any tables here on the drawings.
It's,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. So I have no questions, but like the issues, the hours are very reasonable. 12 a.m. It's not prohibitive. The method of operation include DJ. I'm wondering why would you like to have a DJ in a place that is so small and karaoke as well? Yes.
If someone asks for it, we don't want to be in violation of our liquor license, but the likelihood that, and the holidays are coming, but it's then when we do DJ, it would be like a little bit of Mexican music, a little bit of Spanish music, but the likelihood that it would happen with a midnight closing, but we don't want to be in violation. So if it happens once, you could violate. So we just cover that for them. If they want to have a birthday party or something small, that would be amenable.
Very well. I can understand that. Yes, go ahead.
I did notice that you have a grade B. I know there's a new restaurant, things happen. Can you mind explaining the B?
So you don't understand that, de la comida. ¿Tú quieres explicar? Tu hijo, tu padre. Oye, ¿tú estás traduciendo?
¿Puede hablar en español?
We have Soraya.
Yes. ¿Necesita traducción?
So I just asked them, I know that they just started, and starting up could be tough when it comes to the health inspection. I just want to know why the letter B, and have they done anything to rectify that situation?
Sí, queremos saber, sabemos que están empezando ahora, pero ¿por qué tienen una letra B y si han hecho algo para remediar la situación?
Primero, la letra B, buenas noches. La letra B nos dio porque el muchacho que tenía la tarjeta de Food Protection salió a comprar al frente. Duró más de 5 minutos y eso le molestó al inspector. Y
Una persona salió a comprar y duró más de 5 minutos. Yeah, so the person that had the car for shopping went out shopping and he took the time like 5 minutes or more than 5 minutes.
Would be helpful, the one who has the health certificate, that he has one, and he has other locations who have the health permit, stepped out, and that irritated the inspector because they wanted the person supposed to be there when the inspector comes. Or at least there majority of the time.
All right, Chair, just to let you know that, I asked about the B and, the response was that, the person that was holds the certificate wasn't present because he went to step out for a few minutes. And, he wasn't there while, inspection, but he returned, so, that's why they got the letter B.
So the person that was in charge is not there, they don't have the license?
Oh, yeah, he was gone to his shop, to like buy something while they were.
Was that the only
Yeah.
issue?
That was the only issue.
Okay.
¿Eso
Um,
fue el único problema?
Sí,
Yes. The only issue.
okay. What experience does he have in handling alcohol?
¿Qué clase de experiencia tiene usted en manejar bebidas alcohólicas?
Bueno, yo tenía un restaurante en el Bronx, en el barrio italiano, San Gennaro Restaurant. Y tuve ahí 5 años y luego lo
5
vendí.
años.
Sí, 5 años y ya lo vendí por parte del tiempo, no puedo ir a estar ahí, al socio mío lo pasé y ahí me vino.
Soraya,
Perdón.
can Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's hard to hear a little bit, but he has a restaurant. He had a restaurant in the Bronx in Arthur Avenue, and he lasted 5 years there.
Can you please ask him during that time if he received any violations? And if so, can you please elaborate?
En ese tiempo que usted estuvo ahí, ¿usted recibió alguna violación y puede explicar sobre eso?
No durante el tiempo que estuve. Pues salí, tuve entendido que es por el GBO, algo así que se llama del building, pero no de los el CIO, todo.
Perdón, que no durante el tiempo que estuvo ahí, ¿qué otra cosa dijo?
No durante el tiempo que estuve, pero que después el building era que tenía el CIO, no estaba, que faltaba algo y eso, creo que no, después no.
Le faltaba algo. So during the time that he was at that restaurant, no violations, and the last part I had trouble hearing. I'm sorry.
Certificate of occupancy, the building had some issues with the certificate of occupancy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Very well. Who's going to be handling the alcohol?
¿Quién va a manejar el alcohol, la bebida alcohólica?
Yo voy a estar.
Say that again?
Him.
Okay, yo, usted mismo, perdón. Yes, and myself.
And will he be certified by the SLA?
¿Está certificado usted?
No.
No.
If it's going to handle alcohol, will he be taking the classes required to handle alcohol?
¿O va a hacer lo que se requiere para ser certificado?
Sí.
Yeah, I give them all the names by now.
Sí, lo voy a hacer.
Very well.
Yeah.
So the operator has indicated that he will go through specific course, take the license. I'm thinking about 4 steps, which are the good neighbor sign. But before that, let's do that to the 34 precinct to see if they have any issues. Officer Navarrete.
No issues from 3-4.
No issue at 34 precinct. So I'm going, Joe.
This area is highly, I think it was probably the worst area of the parking. And we want to make sure that you're successful, number one, right? But two, that there's no traffic being, disturbed there. It's horrible already. We want to make the situation better and not worse. That's all. You can translate, please.
Yes. Esta área se conoce por ser terrible para el tráfico y queremos que usted tenga éxito y que no haya ninguna disturbancia con el tráfico.
All right, with 4 steps in place, a good neighbor sign, a phone number, no lower parking sign, and a proof of purchase of sound limiter to be submitted no later than September 20th by 5 p.m. to the board.
I'm sorry, Chair. So the Egmont Dog came to us a few years ago. We required the sign. They should have a sign.
Already.
And I think it's also mentioned in the application.
Just because it's a new operator,
Yeah, to provide something.
I think that we should maybe consider still having those steps in place.
Go ahead and tell him the 4 steps.
Again, good neighbor sign, a phone number, no double parking sign, and proof of purchase of sound limiter to be submitted no later than September 20th by 5 p.m. to the office. And if they do not submit said documents, we'll recommend that the community board do not approve.
Usted necesita 4 estipulaciones, un cartel de buen vecino, el número de teléfono del manager del local para si hay algunas preguntas de los residentes, un cartel que diga que no hay doble parking y una prueba de compra de un sound limiter o un limitador de sonido que usted tiene que someter antes de para la fecha de septiembre 20 para la hora es las 5 p.m. de septiembre 20. Y si usted no cumple con los requisitos, el presidente va a recomendar que no se pase la aplicación.
Very well. On that note, let's go to straight vote.
Okay, with those 4 steps, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote? Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Abstain.
You have to abstain. Jonathan, how do you vote? And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
So we have 7 yeses and 1 abstention. This recommendation passes.
Congratulations. We wish you all the best. Please keep in mind that moving traffic on Dykeman is extremely important, and make sure that you do your best that we have traffic flowing, because it's a concern to the community. So congratulations.
Su aplicación pasa, pero necesitamos estar seguros que usted puede manejar la situación del tráfico, que el tráfico no se tranque y que se mueva. ¿Ok?
Very well. Thank you, Soraya.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So moving on the agenda, item number 19, Restaurante La Rosa Corp., 1969 Amsterdam Avenue between 157th and 158th Street. Do we have a representative?
Yes, that's me again, Miguel. Costa representing Restaurante La Rosa. In front of you there, you have Efren Caballero. He is the president and sole shareholder. Mr. Caballero just purchased this ongoing business, and business has been operating for about 20 years. And in the last 5 years, it was operated by the seller, and seller was operating same hours of operation. My client is proposing to not have any limitations on his operations and continue with the same hours that she had. Seller's asking for a request for a DJ, iPod, and live music as well. So Mr. Caballero currently owns Americano Deli on 109th Street from Broadway. He has experience handling alcohol In addition to that, I recommended the alcohol tips program to gain more experience on handling the hard liquor.
So this is, just give me 1 second to get this.
Yeah.
This is a complete application. They do have a copy of the public notice, also a copy of the menu, and a copy of the floor plan. This is the capacity is 74. The hours of operations are on a daily basis until 4 a.m. They're requesting DJ, recording music, and live music. This is with a purview of 33rd precinct. Do we still have Lieutenant Hernandez from 33rd?
Yes, he's there. He's there. He's him.
Lieutenant Caprino, are you still here with us, please?
Vincent Caprino.
The 33rd precinct. We'll come back later then. So, Miguel, you said that they have 20 years of experience, right? Where have they worked before?
No, the location has been open.
The location, okay.
Yeah, so Mr. Caballero has basically wine and beer experience because he used to work and also owns a deli. So he knows how to manage alcohol already, knows how to manage underage sales, etc. I did recommend to him to gain more experience. He should take the alcohol tips program, but this establishment was just recently purchased last month. The gentleman is still in the works of making the changes, and right now he's just trying to seek approval from the board with the same method of operation that the previous owner had. Based on my search, the previous owner didn't have any violations. It was operating on the Blue Corn restaurant. So he's just looking to continue the same operations on the Restaurante La Rosa now.
I don't have a resolution stating those hours. I don't know if the community board ever approved that particular license because I don't have the historical background.
For Blue Corn?
No, for this particular place.
It would be a different application, right?
Yeah, it would be under Blue Corn. So I believe that they have been in the community board before.
Yeah.
And based on their license itself, it indicated that they were authorized to operate till 4 a.m.
Sounds very familiar, Blue Corn. But I do recall that there were perhaps some issues, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I wish we could have the episode of the 33rd.
I'll let you know right now.
Is the 33rd still on?
Lieutenant Caprino.
Yes, I'm actually still on.
So can you please share some lights about this applicant?
Sure.
That is requesting the approval from the committee for a restaurant wine license.
And this is
on premise.
And this is which address is this?
1969 Amsterdam Avenue.
And this is the name of it?
Blue Corn. It used to operate under Blue Corn.
Okay. Yeah, since like I said, since I've been here, we've had no issues with that with like that former establishment when it was Blue Corn.
Very well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
The last time that there was actually a resolution here is dating back to May 10th, 2023. And it seems like the committee didn't have any issues. And even looking back then, the prison didn't have any concerns either. Thank you so much. I'm just a little bit, again, we could have done things differently. But this is a 4 a.m. on a daily basis.
Yeah, I was going to first I want to ask
I'm sorry to interrupt you. He's actually not gonna open till 4 a.m. He just doesn't want to have a limitation in case he has any events. This is gonna be a full service restaurant. He's currently open and operating as a full service restaurant for the last month. So his hours, may close at midnight, may close at 11, especially now with the economy. Sometimes you see the movement in the street, you decide to close. The reason that he is requesting this method of operation is because it's already on the current license. So because of that, he purchased an ongoing business. And when you purchase an ongoing business, you normally keep a same method of operation in order to continue being profitable.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask. How involved is the previous owner, and is he kind of like being guided by the previous owner?
No, the previous owner is no longer there. There was an arm's length transaction. Funds were exchanged by certified funds. So the previous owner, she sold the business and is basically retired. She's caring for her child. I represented the buyer, but I met the seller through the attorney. And there's no relationship through the previous owner. Different cultures. My guy, as you can see, he's Mexican. He's trying to change at least the menu a little bit and bring in some Mexican food in addition to the previous menu that she had.
Leo.
So I understand that he pretty much is coming in and just taking over, right? I looked up the address. In front is a NYCHA building. So right directly in front is a huge NYCHA project. And it's surrounded by residential. I'm sure in the past we might have approved the previous owner because they already had an established track record. For the gentleman, and I'm sure he's a great business owner since he has another business, the gentleman doesn't have any track record in this community specifically. Again, the name changed, clearly NYPD didn't know that. I don't think anybody would tie the new business to the old business, so I would recommend changing the hours.
That's something
At least till he comes back to renew. If everything's good, then we'll discuss them.
It's something I was thinking as well. Let me just see if Anthony had his hand.
Why don't you ask him right there? At the end of the day,
Let's come back to this issue, but I would like to recognize Anthony. If that is a new hand, Anthony, you have the floor.
It is, thank you. I took a look at some past documents and it looks like we considered a renewal for Blue Corn in May of 2023. And on that questionnaire, that owner, recognizing it's a different person, said that their hours were 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So when we didn't object at that time, we were considering hours for that establishment to only go until 10 p.m. Again, recognizing that the license may say something different, but this community board only saw for every day that restaurant would only be open till 10 p.m.
Very well. Thank you so much, Anthony. So I think at this point, we'd like to work out some possibilities about closing hours. And I will go perhaps Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. And then the rest of the day until 2 a.m.
All right. I think that's fair enough. I'll take that.
All right. So on Fridays and Saturdays, right until 4 a.m. And then the rest of the days until 2 a.m. And I like to add some steps.
Sure.
Miguel, if you're so kind to write them down, that would be a good neighbor sign, a phone number, and also proof of purchase of sound limiter to be submitted no later than September 20th, 2024 at 5 p.m.
All right.
And please let them know that we reserve and hold the rights to reverse the opinion of this committee if they do not submit a copy of those sound limiters.
Understood. Thank you very much.
Did you understand? Soraya, can you please perhaps translate the decision of the committee, including the hours that we have agreed upon, and that is to close the establishment on Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m., the rest of the days until 2 a.m., and that they must submit the proof of purchase by Friday, September 20th, before 5 p.m.
Perfect.
Yes, I'm sorry. To close at 4 a.m., which 2 days? I'm sorry.
Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay, and then the rest of the week, 2 a.m.
Correct.
Senor, se le ha decidido que cierre viernes y sábado a las 4 a.m. y el resto de la semana a las 2 a.m. y tiene que tener la prueba de compra para la fecha de septiembre 20 antes de las 5 p.m. de la tarde.
Can you please tell him what he has to buy?
Yes, what was the proof?
Yeah, because it was a sound limiter, so.
I'll show him a picture, Miguel.
El limitador de sonido que tenga prueba de compra, por favor.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Aurelia.
And Miguel, please get in touch with them to make sure that they understand that this has to be submitted before the 20th.
Oh, yes. I'll be in touch with him tomorrow morning.
Around that line, I recommend I go to a vote.
Okay. So Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, that's 8 in the affirmative. This recommendation application passes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. We'll be in touch. It was a pleasure seeing you guys again. You guys got a great team this year. Keep it going.
Thank you so much, Miguel. Have a good night, and again, congratulations to your members.
Thank you.
All right, we've reached the last agenda item. Anchored 427 Hall Corp. The DBA is CYN or Zins, 4470 Broadway, store number 5 between 190th and 193rd Street. This is Jack.
No, it's him.
Do we have a representative?
The last one, yes.
Yeah. Hi,
This
Aurelia.
is, my name is Aurelia Tavares. I'm the representative for Anchor 427 Hall Corp. DBA Sims, it's a catering facility for 74 people. Currently, they have wine and beer. They're asking to upgrade to full liquor to help with the bottom line. And because that's what the clientele is requesting. That I know of, they have no issues and no any disciplinaries, no sound, no noise complaints. And she's been operating in compliance with the SLA guidelines.
Yeah, Chair, they came to us about a year ago. It was a catering piece, that one is.
Yeah, there's no record. We don't have a previous resolution.
And she was present as well.
She's on the phone, I think.
So the hours that I'm requesting is Fridays and Saturdays as we approved for the past client until 4 a.m. And then like the hours are going to change depending on the nature of the events. They're going to have DJ, live music, karaoke, and so on. The capacity is 74. I see, Aurelia, that this is a very tiny place.
Yes.
Why is I mean, because I don't see the exits here very clearly. Where are the emergency exits?
Sorry, Chair, we discussed this actually. That's in the minutes from last year.
So,
It addresses the accessibility.
Give me the date on that, please.
It's Wednesday, December 13th, 2023.
13th, 2023. Okay, so, and we approved that with what steps? Which steps?
Steps, get neighbor sign, no double parking because of the area, display phone number of management, and proof of purchase and so on.
So, good neighbor sign, phone number, and no double parking, right?
And proof of purchase and so on.
So there are 4 steps, right? And proof of purchase by September 20th, 2024, by 5 p.m. So if we approve that with the specific hours on my end, I will have no objection and or question and or issues. I don't see anyone with their hands up.
On the 34th?
We need to have 34 feet and opinion. Thank you so much. Officer Navarrete, what is the opinion of 34 feet?
No objection to the 3-4 precinct. Thank you.
No objection. Thank you so much. So we set steps 4 in place.
I just have a quick question from Aurelia. how's business for them? How's it been going?
As I actually asked her that, and the summer was very slow, they didn't have a lot of people go away. So this is a way to stimulate businesses opening to the holidays.
How are they advertising? Like marketing?
She's online, Miss Para,
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the little call.
Shara,
She might be on the attendee size.
You need
No.
translation?
No, she's not there. It's okay.
Is it Cynthia Arroyo?
Cynthia Arroyo?
Oh, yeah, she just raised her hand.
Yeah, Cynthia. Click on all the top. Yeah, that's it.
Hi, Cynthia, you have the floor for 10 minutes.
Hi, I'm Shadi Parra's mom. I've been operating the Sense Event Space with her. And we already provided the receipt for the sound level last year. It should be on record there because as soon as they told us in the meeting, we went and bought it the next day. We ordered it.
Ms. Arroyo, you need to resubmit.
What do you need? The receipt?
Yeah, we need to have a copy of the proof of purchase of sound limiter. I understand you probably submitted all this, but the office doesn't have the time to go back and search. And again, so please resubmit before September 20th at 5 p.m.
Yes, that's not a problem. I can do that.
And I guess we discussed your experience in alcohol handling back then, but can you please refresh my memory?
Well, we're going to have a licensed bartender. I have never worked in an establishment that serves alcohol.
Very well, not a problem here. How well do you know the community?
Very well. I've been in business with daycares for 30 years in this community.
Very well. In daycare, you stated, right?
Yes, two daycares for 30 years, yes.
Very well. At this point, we would have 4 steps that we'll need to sign once again. Phone number, no double parking sign, and proof of sound limiter to be submitted. On that note, if there are no questions from our committee members, I recommend that we will vote.
Okay, with those 4 stipulations, Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jonathan? How do you
Yes.
vote? And Hector, how do you vote?
Yes.
8 votes in affirmative, this application passes.
Thank you so much, Ayo. Congratulations, Aurelia, and to Ms. Arroyo as well.
Thank you.
Hope that you do well and that you get your license pretty soon.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
This concludes the official notes for the committee. We're going now to discuss, as we stated earlier, how we're going to change the questionnaire and what needs to be changed. Please understand that where we are transitioning as a committee facing new realities, right? Understand that prior to COVID, we have the sidewalk cafe and be closed and unclosed sidewalk cafes. That was pre-COVID. Because of COVID, the city saw an opportunity to have these rules and regulations be modified and extended because of the emergency to have roadside cafe and also sidewalks cafe with different requirements, different rules, because it was needed. It was an emergency. Post-COVID, the whole system has changed where before the whole application process was overseen by the city agency of the Consumer Affairs and Consumer Affairs and Workers Protection Unit. So they were the one that supervised the request for sidewalk cafe from the city itself. Now, post-COVID, we have the New York City Department of Transportation taking over that assignment.
The who?
The
DOT.
Department of Transportation, they're going to oversee the applications that will come for requests for sidewalk cafe. And
Excuse me, Pedro, I'm
Yes.
sorry, may I
Please,
leave?
yes, please. Thank you so much, Soraya.
Thank you, have a good night.
Thank you.
Do we still have to be online for this?
For the minutes, yes.
Yeah, for the minutes, yeah.
Yeah, we're finished, we're done.
Just saying, on that last application, she's amending the address as well. On that last
See?
application, yeah. So the SLA asked us to make sure they have the right address, so they have to come back, just so you know.
Is it on the questionnaire?
Yeah, you guys have to post it in the wrong place, you have it on the full letter as well.
But,
you have to amend the address.
The address that you have here, 4470, that's the correct address?
Yeah, it's just a corrected address.
It's not,
4470, right?
4470 Broadway. That's
the correct one? That's what we're going to send out.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
it was an accident.
Okay,
what is an upgrade to a liquor license?
yeah,
Yeah.
everything's fine, yeah.
Okay.
But it's the
Okay.
amendment of the-
So,
Sorry, guys, and I just want to apologize to you, I didn't mean to sound aggressive on Cafe Sahara. We've met with your board 3 times and it's never come up.
but Aurelia, you have to understand how the committee flows. When you question how we work as a committee, honestly, that doesn't serve you well. And this is like a recommendation to you. You know how we function. If we ask for specific questions to be addressed, just address it. We voted in favor of every single applicant that came up with that same question that you brought up, which is these are the issues. It was rectified, it was paid, and guess what? We voted in favor.
I honestly understood it from the last renewal,
Eh,
which is fair to me.
And I feel bad how the vote was conducted, but we have to send a message. We really have to be, we have been consistent.
Does it have to start with me?
Well, we're going to address that issue right now. We're going to address that issue as we speak. And we're going to make some changes if the committee approves it. Because I understand what you're saying. Now we can come back to you. We need to perhaps be more specific. I don't have a problem with that. But as long as we have questions that have to be addressed by the applicant, they have to address it. We're going to discuss now as a committee how we're going to improve on that.
I was gonna say, since we already passed the resolution, at least amongst the committee, most votes were abstained. Is there any way you can present that to the board and say that they didn't have the information for those violations? So we abstained, it's a majority, until she produced.
I sent it to you as an email.
So she produces whatever those reasoning for the violations, and then we can say, hey, listen, you guys can then vote.
I could stress that, but that should have come as a step.
Okay.
That they will submit this with a clear, however, the other gentlemen.
We did it to the.
Which was an amendment.
Yeah, I mean, you can send us you want, I can say that you sent it. I can say that I would have voted in favor if it was in place. I can, and then the committee members, once I say that, you can also.
Advocate with you.
Yeah, can advocate or can support the opinion. The board will have to reverse that. They have to vote against, in favor, against the will of the committee. And that can throw off some people. But I can explain that.
Okay.
Now,
I'm ready. Oh,
Coming back to
Thanks.
the sidewalk cafe and all of that, right? So now under the DOT, they have this as a roadside
Listen.
cafe, right? Roadside cafe, which will be on the road. We never had that before. So this is new. The roadside cafe will be obviously on the road. The sidewalk cafe remains the same. What they're not allowing are like the enclosed sidewalk cafe. They're not allowing that. Now, from the SLA perspective, it's different, right? They see that the city can do what it wants as far as like allowing the merchants to establish the roadside cafe and all the sidewalk cafe. What changes is that once they serve alcohol, it has to have approval of the municipality, which is community board, and of course the SLA. So I read the entire legislation from the state. I also read all of the requirements from the DOT. So after I wasted maybe like 3 days analyzing the whole matter, I came to the conclusion that the committee can ask for a copy of the permit from DOT as a requirement to come here to serve alcohol. I mean, they can already have that in place, right? And still not having our input if they're not serving alcohol. But if they're serving alcohol, they have to come here. So my way of thinking is like, let's have a requirement that they have to submit a copy of the permit that has been approved by DOT. That way we don't have to deal with how many tables, the time of operations, all of that crap. It will be filtered.
Once they're approved, we don't have to really.
Right. And also a copy of the diagram of the Sidewalk Cafe.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was
Because,
gonna say.
yeah, there are places in the area that we know for a fact, because we are also on the ground, that we know, hey, this is a very heavily traffic area. Let's see what they have that perhaps was missed by DOT, because we are the community soldiers and we know what's going on. So that's why I put this in red. And there only be 2 requirements. So if we do that, we will have to change a little bit the questionnaire. And yes, go ahead, Jonathan.
You have a draft and a draft of the proposed change?
The proposed change, you all receive a copy of the questionnaire.
Oh.
So
I would like to have something on there.
Oh, you have-
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, I got this.
Yeah, it's
So,
number
one quick
number
question.
2.
Yes.
So, I mean, for the roadway cafes, I understand the permit. And I guess you're saying that with the drawings, we can know sidewalk. Okay, that's what.
So when you submit the application to DOT, now everything is standard. So
Yeah.
before you could build out the shed however you want, and now it's standard.
No.
Everybody has the same look to it.
No, that's not, no, I know that, but what I'm referring to is that what we're offering as part of the package is the DOT permit and the sketch of their layout. So for the roadway cafes. So roadway cafe, for sidewalk cafes, we'll be able to see their outline or what their
plan.
the plan is, and then the roadway is through the permit.
One important thing to know is, Isidro, is if DOT is granting this permit without the CB12 consentment, meaning they do their own inspection in order to provide that permit. Because if they don't have it, meaning if they require, for example, CB12, I will say approval, and then we will have to wait for it, meaning we will have to proceed first.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so if they do require it, because I read the regulations, it doesn't state if they require the CB12 input or not, the community report input or not. It doesn't say any.
For the license itself,
For the permit.
for the permit
For the
itself.
permit.
Yeah, so.
I mean, if they go by yourself, yeah, we can definitely, it will help a lot.
Yeah,
Meaning,
my understanding based on what Kathy explained to me is whatever partner or restaurant in the community applies, they ask for feedback from the community board. So they'll ask specifically, Kathy, that's what she was trying to figure out who she would send it to licensing and traffic and transportation. Then once that is, and we kind of just say, yeah, we have a problem, no. So I think it's best, like you said, it comes to this committee because it has to do with liquor, right? If you're gonna offer a food service, it has to do with liquor. So yeah, they ask for feedback from us. To apply for a renewal.
Not so much, not so much like we do with SLA where we recommend. We're doing it on the opposite end where we are recommending after they got their license, whether or not they've been in compliance.
Yeah, Anthony and Robin, we're discussing about small changes to the questionnaire to address the new reality with the roadside cafe and the sidewalk cafe. And the only change that I see here is that we just have to rephrase like enclosed cafe and change that to a roadside cafe from enclosed sidewalk cafe, and then just leave the way it is. Remove the wording unenclosed sidewalk cafe, and just leave it blank as sidewalk cafe and roadside cafe to address all of the DOT requirements.
Yeah, and you gotta change a freestanding cover structure.
Just remove that.
Just so we're going to remove, right? If you go to page 2, on the very bottom was says patio or deck rooftop garden, and then you go to the next line that says enclosed sidewalk cafe, right?
No, it says, I see a freestanding covered structure. I don't know if you have that there.
Page 2?
Yeah.
Is the second option.
Is
So
it-
garden ground and then freestanding cover structure.
Well, yeah, that should be left the way it is.
Okay,
Sorry. Because we don't know the specific how it's going to come. But the next line underneath that one, it says enclosed sidewalk cafe. We're only changing or taking out enclosed sidewalk. So it will be read as roadside cafe.
Okay.
And then the next line underneath, you see it says unenclosed sidewalk cafe. So we're just going to leave it as sidewalk cafe and take out unenclosed. Now, on the issue of the duration of penalties that came out from one of the operators, maybe we could have a time period limit 2 or 3 years. How do you guys feel about
For
that?
the renewal. Yeah, I mean, I thought she was understandably upset. If we follow that logic of like, go back to whenever we want, well, can we go back 20 years, 30 years, if they are renewing just after 2 years? You see what I'm saying?
So I think Anthony answered that question, and that's why we're addressing that now. So I'm open for recommendations.
I think about like 5 years.
I think 2 renewals, right? 2 years ago and then 2 years ago, 4 years.
Yeah, that might work.
It's reasonable,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
you have 2 renewals away, right? And then you can ask questions from 2021, 22.
Makes sense.
Right,
Yeah, that's
2020.
that's a good idea.
All right.
2 renewals.
So we are going to have in parentheses, last 4 years.
That works. I'm sorry, Shay, I'm reading now the document you sent us. So my understanding reading this, after they obtain the permit from DOT, they actually have to come to us and file an alteration.
Right.
With us, they have to.
And so, yeah, so instead of the application being completely targeting the sidewalk cafe, for the SLA, it would be easier if they alter the license. And that's how it is. So in essence, there's nothing new for the SLA, because anytime, let's say that you change the bar, it has to be notified to SLA. Now, since alcohol is going to be served at a different location, which will be the sidewalk cafe and the roadside cafe, they will need to alter the license.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to come as alteration to the license.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Makes sense. I mean,
It
it's
makes
already
sense,
there,
yeah.
so why?
The infrastructure is already there. Yeah.
So I'm going to bring this to the executive committee, that the license committee agreed that penalties or summonses can only be brought up on the 4 years. And then we're going to change the language of enclosed and unenclosed sidewalk cafe to the roadside and sidewalk cafe. On that note, are there any questions? Well, thank you so much.
Sorry, Isidro, did you send this digitally?
These recommendations?
Yes, the updated questionnaire.
No, I can send it over. You still have it. I mean, you have access to it.
Yeah, we haven't updated the questionnaire, Anthony. We're discussing.
Yeah, we're discussing about those couple of changes. And then we're going to, I'm going to refer this matter to the executive committee so that they be aware.
So let me just ask a quick question. I'm sorry. What do all alterations need permits? Let's say it's like just a couple chairs.
No. So in order to do the dining out, the sidewalk cafe, you need a permit through DOT. Whenever you do that, if you're gonna sell liquor in that area,
That it comes
you have
to us.
alter it.
Yeah.
Because now you're selling liquor outside of the actual establishment. that. So what are you gonna sell?
Even if it's like, sidewalk cafes.
Even if they say a place that just sells coffee and bagels, no, they wouldn't need to come to us because they're
Right.
that's our lane.
Okay, so that,
Sell alcohol, they need to come here.
so that's my question then is, what if it's not selling alcohol and they need our input into the,
Or if DOT needs,
our
well,
input into the license
the
of
permit.
the permit?
The DOT will reach out to the board office, so Ebenezer, Kathy, they will handle that. If it's without a if it requires a liquor license, it'll come to this committee.
No, yeah, no, but this is what I'm trying to say, because I think that DOT needs our input still, even if it's not selling alcohol.
If, they need our input,
They'll ask for it.
I mean,
They don't, I don't think.
alcohol is not being served, so
Yeah.
I don't know,
Maybe public safety will have.
maybe public safety.
I know Kathy was trying to bring it to, our committee, traffic and transportation. But it's most likely gonna go to the board office.
Or transportation.
But again, I think that you should come to us anyway, because we'll have, I think, better understanding of the matter. Because I think that we deal more with, restaurants and we know about the issues. So I think that they should come to us, even though they are not serving alcohol.
Yeah, I think so too.
And if that's the case, we can easily render an opinion.
May I make a comment?
Yes,
So-
please, go ahead.
When the regulations were proposed, originally they did include a commentary period for community boards. After public comment, those were removed, and I believe the regulations were published without that commentary period. The way the regulation reads now, the administrative code says that DOT may offer a public hearing, but the community board does not opine on roadside or sidewalk cafes.
That's for free.
Yeah, and I know it's complaint driven, so.
Well, thank you so much, and we welcome again the new members.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Carl. Anthony, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Because traffic, we can decide on certain things.
No, but.
But the reality is if